Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news. Markets and investors are sceptical after the restarted US data and the outstanding Nvidia result. First, the American initial jobless claims reporting has restarted, and they say 216,700 new people filed for these benefits last week, up from 214,000 in the same week a year ago. There are now 1.7 million people on these benefits, up from 1.6 million a year ago, and the highest since 2021. And for the record, they released their September non-farm payrolls report overnight too, claiming 119,000 new jobs created in the month. They've cancelled their October report. Meanwhile, the Philly Fed factory survey for October weakened again, including for new orders. Inflation pressures were reported as higher. Despite all this extended depressed state, these firms say they're optimistic about the future. But it was the inverse story for the same report from the Kansas City Fed. Current conditions were mildly positive and stable, cost pressures eased, but future prospects are less enthusiastic there. New order levels dipped there too, but only slightly. And in Taiwan, their October export orders rose 25% from the same month a year ago. As high as that is, it just continues the stellar expansion they've reported all year. And in China, they say they're going to extend their trade-in subsidy program to keep their modest consumer spending levels underpinned. And in Australia, the IMF told them that they should hike their GST, abandon their tax cuts, and spend more carefully if they want to keep a fiscally sustainable economy. Global freight rates for container cargoes were unchanged over the past week to sit 46% lower than year-ago levels. Meanwhile, bulk cargo rates rose 11% over the past week and are 39% higher than year-ago levels. And the US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.11%, unchanged from yesterday. And the price of gold will start today at $4,055 an ounce, down $16 from yesterday. And American oil prices have softened another 50 cents to be just under $59 a barrel, while international Brent prices little changed at just under $63.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is now just on 56 US cents, unchanged from yesterday. Against the Aussie, we're up 10 basis points at 86.8 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're little changed at 48.6 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at just over 60.7, a little change from yesterday, and still its lowest since July 2009. You can get more news about the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again on Monday.